Hi, and thanks for joining us for this exclusive first look at not one, but two of the most significant models to arrive in Australia this year. They're electric and they're crafted by Mercedes-Benz. And that makes this pair of family-friendly SUVs big news. We're talking about the EQE SUV and the EQS SUV. And they might look like peas from the same pod, and in many of the best ways that's true. But as we'll discover, there's also some key differences to help you choose between them. After watching this presentation, you'll have the opportunity to visit the Mercedes-Benz store to order your very own EQE SUV or EQS SUV. We'll also tell you how to book into the Mercedes-Benz digital showroom for a personal one-on-one with the EQE SUV or EQS SUV, guided by a product expert if you need a little more information. Okay, let's get into it. We'll start with the EQE 300 SUV. It's the entry model of the all-new EQE SUV range. Now, you might be thinking at this point, is an electric SUV the right choice for me? We'll touch on some of the practical considerations a little later, but the answer most definitely is yes, because there is a lot to love about going electric. So let's take a closer look. Immediately, our eye is drawn to the distinctive grille design, where you'll see a constellation of stars surrounding the Mercedes-Benz badge. And for me, it's beautiful details like this that make the experience of owning any Mercedes-Benz so special. You've probably already noticed this stunning soda-light blue paintwork. It's one of a number of standard features for the EQE SUV range. The EQE 300 receives the AMG line package as standard, which includes both exterior and interior enhancements. And straight away, you can see the benefits, such as this AMG-inspired front bumper design with the lower section sporting an eye-catching chrome finish. Then there's the handsome 21-inch AMG twin-spoke alloy wheels, and they do fill out the wheel arches very nicely. You might not usually give a second glance to the headlights, but these ones are actually quite special. Mercedes-Benz recently introduced a feature called Digital Light, which is an advanced headlight design incorporating up to 1 million tiny mirrors per headlight. Each micro mirror adjusts dynamically to the conditions to create optimal illumination, all without dazzling other drivers. And best of all, Digital Light is standard across the entire EQE SUV range. Apart from the graceful curvature of this roofline, something that really stands out is these practical side steps with rubberized inserts. They even come with their own illumination, which is very handy at night. On that same subject, there's another one of those interesting little details when you open the door using these automatically extending handles. It's yet another reminder of the star quality of this EQE SUV. As we head around to the tailgate, it's worth noting that you can option rear axle steering on all EQE models. At higher speeds, the car turns the rear wheels in the same direction as the front wheels to maximize stability, and at lower speeds, it turns them in the opposite direction, which reduces the turning circle. There's more evidence here of the AMG line exterior, with this rear apron section featuring more of that striking chrome finish. Let's check out the cargo area. It has 520 litres of luggage space that extends to 1675 litres once you drop the rear seats. Every EQE SUV comes with 2 charging cables, one for plugging into standard household 240 volt plugs, and another for use with AC chargers. So, how do you charge your EQE SUV? Simply grab the lead from the Mercedes-Benz wall box, open the charging port, and plug in. And voila, that's really all there is to it. The driving range of the EQE SUV will vary by each model. This EQE 300 SUV has an indicative range of 539 kilometres. The EQE SUV has been designed with families of up to 5 in mind. The proof of that comes when I jump into the rear seat. Positioned directly behind my own driving position, I've got lots of space to stretch out. There's a good view in all directions, and that panoramic glass sunroof really opens things up. Rear seat passengers get their own air vents, plus USB-C ports that support fast charging capability. It's not a bad place to be. I would have loved this as a kid. Wow, this is mind-blowing. Absolute luxury. This new generation of all-electric SUVs might be designed with the family firmly in mind, but it's the front seat passengers and the driver in particular who really get to travel in first class. I mean, just look around at this environment. It's beautiful everywhere you look and touch. The sports-styled steering wheel is finished in supple Napa leather, and check out the gorgeous line structure wood trim and these glossy piano black finishes. The AMG style steering wheel has a chunky rim and feels great in the hand. This handy double bar design groups important functions literally at your fingertips. This particular EQE 300 has the eye-catching Neva grey leather and Biscay blue trim, which you can specify as a no-cost option, or you can opt for black leather and grey trim as standard. And what about this radically simplified layout? Gone are most of the buttons and controllers that you might recall from previous SUVs. This elegant portrait-style centre touchscreen ensures everything that is important to you is always close to hand, including the latest generation of the acclaimed MBUX infotainment system. You can also integrate compatible devices via wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Of course, you can charge your phone wirelessly right here. Being an electric vehicle, we can deep dive into specific pages about the onboard electrical system, including battery status and driving range. And for the driver, there's this 12-inch OLED screen with customizable themes and displays. But if you're keen for even more wow factor, you can option one of the most talked about Mercedes-Benz innovations of recent times, the Hyperscreen. This futuristic innovation appears to seamlessly merge 3 displays under one piece of curved glass that runs the full cabin width. The front seat passenger even gets their very own screen. All EQE SUV models get the amazing Burmester 3D surround sound system as standard, but that's not all. Mercedes-Benz has added a new feature called Dolby Atmos. For example, you can link your Apple Music account and access music that's been recorded specifically to sound absolutely amazing with this sound system in a Mercedes-Benz vehicle. There's also a cool feature that's unique to all-electric vehicles called Sound Experience. This offers a choice of virtual soundscapes. In this model, we have Vivid Flux or Silver Waves. Each has a distinctive sound signature to give you that special feeling every time you get into your EQE SUV. And don't forget the stunning ambient lighting, which allows you to select your interior hue from 64 colours. It's beautifully executed throughout the cabin. And I'm loving these sports style seats that are part of the standard AMG line package. It all adds up to make every drive feel just that bit more special. So there's a lot to like about the EQE 300 SUV, but it's just part of the EQE story. The lineup also comprises an EQE 350 4MATIC SUV, with an advanced all-wheel drive system, a dedicated off-road mode, and powerful dual electric motors for instantaneous all-electric response. There's also an EQE 500 SUV, which is on sale for a strictly limited time. This marquee model lifts outputs even further to a deeply impressive 300 kilowatts of power and 858 Newton meters of torque. Expect the EQE 500 SUV to go quickly, not just on the road, but also in terms of sales. And for customers who really want an even sportier level of performance, you guessed it, there's a Mercedes AMG model just for you. The EQE 53 4MATIC Plus SUV has an astonishing output of 460 kilowatts and 950 Newton meters. And that's not all, because there is a long list of mouth-watering AMG enhancements, such as standard rear axle steering, AMG active ride control, an AMG-specific vertical grille, and distinctive AMG wheels. All in all, the EQE SUV is a very special model that is deservedly going to be extremely popular. But it's also not the last word in new all-electric SUVs from Mercedes-Benz. That honour belongs to another, with an even more commanding presence. Let's check out the EQS SUV. Meet the EQS 450 4MATIC, which arrives as the sole model in the EQS SUV range. It's built on the same underpinnings as the EQE SUV, but there's a longer wheelbase to incorporate a standard third row of seats. It also shares the same long wheelbase as the flagship EQS sedan, although it's actually 20 centimetres taller. It's a combination that significantly benefits cabin dimensions, including the ability to seat up to 7 people in luxury. A larger onboard battery pack generates increased touring range, and the standard airmatic suspension provides exceptional levels of comfort for every occupant. Remember how we said earlier that the EQE gives front seat passengers a first-class experience? Well, in the EQS 450, the occupants in the second and third rows can also share in the Rockstar treatment. The optional Comfort Plus package adds seat heaters for passengers in the second and third rows. Plus, second row occupants really get to live it up. This high-end MBUX rear entertainment system includes 2 high-res 11.6-inch displays plus wireless headsets. The Comfort Plus package also embeds an MBUX tablet in the armrest, offering direct control over a number of functions. And of course, looking around the rest of the cabin, it's the same high level of luxurious finishes you expect from Mercedes-Benz. Well, that completes our tour of the EQE SUV and EQS SUV, the brand new all-electric models crafted by Mercedes-Benz. They're ideal for modern families with an active lifestyle, or for those who want an electric vehicle that can accommodate up to 7 people. With such an enticing mix of innovation, luxury finishes, and that commanding SUV stance, there is plenty to get excited about. So the next question is, how do you get one? If you're already sold on the all-new EQE SUV or EQS SUV and ready to order right now, click the link on the screen. You'll be directed to the Mercedes-Benz store where you can place your deposit and secure your own model today. Or if you have further questions or need some additional information, be sure to book in for a one-on-one consultation in our digital showroom. Here, you can speak to a product expert and be guided through the EQE SUV or EQS SUV in more detail. And the best part is, you can do this from anywhere. Well, thanks very much for joining us, and we hope you love the exciting new EQE and EQS SUVs.